Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to M365 Chicago Virtual Conference. Today, on this session, we have Corinne Bissett from Veeam with us. Our key sponsor. Thank you so much for being here. How are you?
I'm all right. How about you?
Oh, I'm doing great. As you can see from my background, I'm definitely in isolated location right over here on top of some crazy place. But you seem to be doing very well. I see all the machines behind you. Uh, that's obviously your office, right?
Of course. Why would I be anywhere else?
Exactly. So, just as a quick note, Veeam is perhaps the most suitable sponsor that we probably could have for a top sponsor. Because what is our team? We're Friday the 13th. What can go wrong? And of course, when things go wrong, who else do we have but perhaps one of the best folks to have around for their products, for things that if now I can have black cats cross my paths, I can go under ladders, and with all that stuff, I can probably sleep at night. But you're going to tell me how? What about you guys is going to help me sleep and say to that black cat, whatever with you. So talk about what Veeam does, Karine.
So, I would say the biggest factor when it comes to Veeam is probably the simplicity. It's not just about getting your backup, not setting it up, but the simplicity in getting it going initially and being able to restore. It's not just on you. You're an IT person, and if you're like many of us, you wear a ton of different hats.
Uh,
Learning all of these integrations and systems can be cumbersome
yeah.
and time consuming, and it loses time in the end. With our product, we make it simple, intuitive. We spent the last 10 years making it so easy for someone to configure, set up, and go. I remember I came in through the support organization, meaning I supported our product.
Right.
When we first got there, the first thing that we did was configure the product. I had never touched virtualization ever in my life.
Wow.
I was a hardware technician, I did networking, security, but it's a little iffy on any type of virtualization, and I had it up and running in about 30 minutes,
Oh,
which,
wow.
yeah.
Oh boy.
And
Okay.
that's our Veeam backup and replication product, which is a lot bigger than the Office 365 because we support the applications. It's a lot more specialized software with the Office 365.
Exactly. So that was the on-premises product, if I recall, that you
Correct.
had. Exactly. Oh, wow.
Well, it
It's been
imports
a
some
while.
of our infrastructure as a services now, so there's also that.
Nice.
With the Office 365, we had an audit done through a third party. And this third party claimed, and this is going to come out in a report very soon, we were the easiest, the fastest, and the most intuitive to set up. They were up and running in about 15 minutes, getting
Whoa.
everything configured and starting to test our product. The only problems that we did end up running into that we found is that sometimes our product works so fast, it missed some of their logging metrics.
Oh dear, that's pretty fast. Wow. Oh, so like it doesn't have a chance to log because it's done by the
Yeah.
time it gets there. It's like, oh, that message you were supposed to send didn't get it yet. Whoa. And this is the product that runs in Office 365 is what you're talking about.
Well, it actually runs wherever you want it to run.
Oh,
We're a
still.
completely agnostic when it comes to hardware company, and we've brought that to the software as a service. You can deploy us on premises, you can employ us in AWS and Azure directly through their marketplace,
Oh,
or
wow.
anywhere you can install a Windows machine. We just install it directly on top of Windows. You can send it off to object storage, so you really never have to leave the cloud. You don't have to use expensive disk storage if you do want to run an entirely OpEx infrastructure. You can install in Azure, send to a separate blob storage, and back up directly from the Office 365 domain and never leave the cloud. It's one of our
Wow.
biggest sells when it comes to government is a lot of the requirements when it comes to government. If you're going to work in the cloud, you have to stay in the cloud. No moving back and forth. Otherwise, you have to create on-premises bridges back and forth, and those can be kind of cumbersome and expensive to maintain. So being
Indeed.
able to install all within the Azure and Microsoft environment, fantastic speeds too.
Wow. I'm just trying to think over here. I mean, how about the restore process? I know the backup process that you said how great that was to set up, and I believe I've seen that before, and very impressive. The actual restore process, say when they say the DR and the R in DR, as they say, that sometimes is like, oh, geez, hey, it all backed up, but like when we restored it, all of a sudden, nothing was happy. I think you guys helped me sleep on that particular venue as well on the recovery end. How hard is
Cor-
it to do?
Correct. And it kind of comes back to the story I was telling at the beginning with Veeam backup and replication. We introduced Veeam Explorers, which are restore explorers for individual applications. We had already pre-built them for Microsoft Exchange, SharePoint, and several others,
Hmm.
but we took those same base of those explorers and brought them over to the Microsoft environment and the application environment so we can back up both an on-premises as well as an in-cloud and hybrid configuration and be able to restore across those different sites. The Restore Explorers don't just restore in a raw data format either. They allow you to restore in a format that makes sense to the application. You can restore to the original location. You can restore to a different location. When it comes to Exchange, you can
Oh,
export
wow.
as a PST file, an MSG file. And one of my favorite features that we have within the Explorers is the ability to be able to send an email with that file attached directly from the Explorer. Say
Wow.
hello to help desk simplicity right from the Explorer that you need to restore from, instead of having to download it, transfer it whatever machine you're from, and then email it out directly from that machine. You're able to restore your documents or send the documents back to your requester.
Wow. That definitely simplifies things in a big way. So that's one of my pain points. At some point, it's as they say, the restore process, getting things back is never as easy as say setting it up. Sometimes some people will make it easier, but it looks like you have both ends covered over here.
Something else that we've noticed ahead of our competitors is you're
While we're
able
at
to
it,
search across your entire organization. So you don't have to just search one mailbox if you're trying to look for a file, one SharePoint site, OneDrive site, or hint, hint to version 5 coming, Teams, integrated team support. Being
ooh,
able to search across all of your Teams channels for a specific document, file, chat. We have the most restore types of search and granular search from dates and times that we've seen anywhere in the market. It's like advanced e-discovery
mm-hmm.
through your restore process. And it's super simple to set up. If you know, oh, I need to restore a file. I know it's a file. I think the file has this name, and that's all you got from your help desk ticket. That's all you need to be able to find that file.
So I can already see if we were like a live conference. The T-shirt that says Veeam and Teams. That would be the right there in the T-shirt. I'm giving you that idea. You may have it. It's okay. You may take it. Veeam and Teams. I believe you guys are having also a talk during the session where we'll definitely be looking forward to that. But otherwise, looking forward to following up with the product and all the great samples, and of course the new version 5 that's coming up with maybe the T-shirt that comes with. Who knows? However that works. It's been wonderful having you. Is there anything that you'd like to like let folks know before we go off and taunt black cats and go under mirrors and break mirrors and go under ladders and break mirrors?
That would just about wrap it up for me. I'm excited to be a part of this event, almost as excited as I am for version 5 coming out. Please stay
Ooh,
tuned for that.
we will.
We've add some secret features that will be noted at the time of release. So stay tuned.
Secrets. Thank you so much, Kareem, and have a great rest of the day and stay safe. As they say, even if you can back up, just be sure you stay safe from those folks that are not backing up.
It's been a pleasure. Thank you.